Welcome back to the Hot Rod Hangout podcast.
Whoop whoop.
I'm Matt,
And I'm Ashley.
and we have some special guests in the house tonight. Unfortunately, Kenny couldn't make it, but my mom and dad are here. So, Dad,
Well, hello.
Mom,
Hey,
alrighty. So, this episode's just going to be kind of talking about how y'all got started, and anything else that, goes on in life, cars, whatever, fun adventures, anything like that. So, we'll start off with kind of what got you interested in the hobby originally, Dad.
I didn't like walking, so
That's a good point.
so basically, I thought I better have wheels under me, and then it just it kind of became an obsession, which I passed on to my number one son.
There's not a lot of competition. I'm the only one.
Still my favorite.
Straighten up in the chair.
That's right.
So, Mom, what got you interested in cars?
him.
All
Now you
right.
sound like me.
So it's about the same story as me and Ashley. All right. So, what was your first car, Dad?
Oh Lord. Well, I was 14-ish, and my brother-in-law gave me a turd. It was a '63 Rambler American 4-door, and I knew now what I knew then. That would have been such a player car because the seats folded out and it made into a bed. But never mind. Anyways, so the thing was like barely running. So I did whatever I could with it, and then ended up taking it was a flathead. So we took it off, and I had a burnt valve, and we made a valve for it out of a 390 engine. Said it couldn't be done, but it can. And I literally tried to kill it, and it never did die, and finally it ended up on my cousin's farm. So
Now, that wasn't the car that you pushed out your driveway.
that's the same one. Yeah, yeah.
is the same
My
one?
little sister, well, my dad took my battery because he found out we had a back alley behind our house, and when he would take off, we'd drive the car up and down the back alley. Because I was 14 and she was younger, so it was. So he found out, took my battery. So I found an old battery, but it wasn't enough to crank the car. So I put my little sister in there, and we'd bump start it, and then we'd drive it up and down the alley. So
Still
where there's a will, there's a way, right?
Exactly.
All right. So, Mom, did you have an interesting first car?
Just the family car.
Okay. Wait.
Is this where you hear the crickets?
So, all right. So, what was what was your first, or what is your best memory of when you were growing up? Cars, whether it was a road trip or working on something that you accomplished or stuff like that.
I had a '62 Biscayne, 2-door post, and it was growing to the ground, and I brought it back and really, really made it into something cool. It kind of actually that's when the government decided I didn't need a license anymore because a few too many tickets, drag racing on a public thoroughfare, excessive displays of horsepower. That's what they call it because they didn't have doing a wheelie on Main Street. So,
Well,
yeah, it turned out really, really nice. Car got stolen and ran up a pole, but it was cool while it lasted.
hell yeah. Well, I have a question.
Go for it.
I mean, obviously, like, you raised a wonderful man over here. But between y'all and between the mares that you guys have, what has been your favorite vehicle?
Lord.
Whether it's working on it with Matt, whether it's taking it
Oh,
on the
oh.
oh my God, what was it? The sand drags?
Yeah, we did that for a while.
Sandrails.
Yeah, we built some sandrails that were nasty.
Between all of that, since y'all have been married, what has been your all-time favorite? Oh, Mom.
Mine would be when they got, I forget how old Matt was. He was a little, but they got a 82 S10
yeah.
and they turned it into a drag race truck. And Matt helped him. Like I said, Matt was just little.
Yeah.
And we were at the drag races. And Lenny does a race. And coming back from the
Pass.
We
pass,
were racing with a team, Code 3 Racing out of Bushnell, and that's where we kind of like finished the truck up because we had taken it as far as we could at our place, and we had they let you do like a had a passenger. You could haul a passenger on special nights or whatever like that, and we had 2 different colored helmets, and what we did is we.
So anyway, when they got down there, when they're coming back, my son is driving the truck. And I'm like,
He was 10-ish.
you did not let my son do that. And they were just joking me. But Len did get called
To the timing
time
tower.
Because even the track believed.
Even the track believed it. So yeah.
Because we buzzed the timing shit, remember? I'm like, just keep going. Because we switched helmets and everything. We actually made it look good. And then the guy that was our rock in that team, my wife's freaking out. She's like, oh, tell me he didn't drive that car. And because it was like only a couple of tenths off of what I'd been running. And he goes, well, I think he made a good pass for his first pass, And then she started tripping.
She's a mom. She worries.
Yeah, for sure. For sure. It's her job.
But then she lets her son run into a tree. So
Yeah, she taught him how to ride a bike. That was a go on. So I'm like, you need to stop him. Stop. Pretty much.
So, what was your favorite car or road trip or anything like that with Mom?
We've owned a lot of cool cars, man. As a matter of fact, it keeps us really from watching Barrett Jackson because I'll be sitting there watching it and going, oh, dang it, because those cars are bringing like retarded money, but she'll be watching over the counter or something. She'll be like, oh, didn't we have one of those? And I'm like, oh, God, don't say that. Don't say that. Because they were all 401ks, you know what I'm saying? And we sold every one of them or traded them. We used to do a lot of trading because that way, there was no money. Me and Matt traded at a car show or at a swap meet one time. Like literally, we drove one vehicle in and drove another one out. So, yeah, it was a lot of trading back in the days. We had some really cool cars. We have a really cool one now.
So I do have a question.
Yeah.
With all this trading and whatnot, is this the longest time you've owned a vehicle other than your daily?
Pretty much. I mean,
The Malibu.
Huh?
The Malibu you kept for a while.
we had the 65 Malibu SS. It was a cool car. It was a clone car, but it was right. It had a small block 327 4-speed Muncie. It had the actual original rear end. You know what I'm saying? So, because it had the positive traction fluid only tag on it, so that made it original. But yeah, we had a 67 step side that was very nice. We had a lot of nice cars. We really did. And we're just kind of getting back into it, and it's really his fault, my son, and his wife, who's a rock star. And
I should have worn that other shirt.
what?
I know this isn't live, but I should have worn my mechanic shirt.
They're all mechanic shirts, huh?
No, my mechanic. It says mechanic on the front and on the back. I don't remember what it says on the back.
Because badass motherfucker in a job title.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the one. Where'd you get something like that?
Both of you have given me that shirt. I have
Allegedly.
2.
Yeah.
So, what was your favorite car that you've ever owned?
Oh boy, that might be the Malibu. It really might be the Malibu. I had some cool cars, but that Malibu was tight. It was a nice car.
Would you think it trumps what you've got now with the 34?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
You had to be honest with you because like you could literally get in that thing and go to I don't know Cleveland or something. Like nobody really wants to go to Cleveland, but sorry Cleveland, but it's just it was a comfortable car. Mm-hmm. It would definitely get out of its own way. So yeah, it was a good ride. We liked it. We liked it a lot.
So, what was your favorite car that y'all have owned?
My favorite car is the 34 that we just got because
She's the only one that could fit in it.
Yeah.
well, it's because all the other trucks and cars that he had and traded and this and that, it was more him and Matt. You know what I'm saying? I just got to go to the DMV and change the tags and the plates, and
Well, that's what you're there for.
Yeah,
A lot.
yeah. In fact, one time the DMV told me he was going to have to get a dealer's license if we kept this up.
True story.
I got that last year.
I know you're infatuated with this truck because every time you look at it, I see your face light up, which is amazing. But if money was, I'm going to use one of the questions we did on our first podcast. If money wasn't an option, what car would you get? And Dad can answer for you if need be.
I don't know.
Because I need Matt to answer some of the questions because I don't remember the years and stuff. But I stumped her.
Stumped the Schwab.
Like
Do.
a Firebird has always been
See,
my dream car.
first gen Firebird,
Yep.
67 to 69.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, yeah. Which they're tight. I know where there's one resting right now, and it's just like it shouldn't be resting.
That was a different answer than I thought.
What
Oh
did you
no,
think?
she's
I
been.
thought it was going to be a 59 Apache.
Ooh,
Fat fender Chevy.
In all,
ooh.
Red with a Christmas tree in the back.
in all fairness, I did say car, so she was right. If I said truck, I'm sure she would have said Apache.
So, money wasn't an option. What would yours be?
I am and have always been a Nova nut. So literally, any Nova from, I don't remember the first year, might have been 63. If I'm wrong, I'm wrong. All the way up to 72. Novas are they just do something for me, man. They just, like the one that Goliath. That's in a 65 or 6 range or something like that. And then the body style changed, but and then after 72, I believe they got the
Stuck the bumper.
yeah, they put a
far out.
bumper on it that you could literally put a picnic table on or something. It was just ugly. So yeah, I really like Novas, super dude. So if anybody wants a 34 pickup, don't tell my wife, but I'd trade you.
For a Nova or a Firebird.
Dum dum dum.
So, if y'all could go back and keep one of the cars, whether it was while y'all were together or prior, what was the favorite car that you think got away, or you wish you wouldn't have sold, wouldn't have got rid of?
That's an easy one for me. But you got one?
Yeah, I got one.
Go ahead.
The red truck we had.
Really?
Yeah. I don't even know what year it was or anything, but it was.
Well, see, I didn't build that one. And we did a lot of cool shit to it, but I didn't build it. The one that I was probably the most proud of was the little S10.
Yeah, the race truck. Yeah, that was cool.
Because we literally bought it back from the grave. I bought it for $200 from a feller down there in the quarters, and it had a tree growing up through the bed.
So
And-
now I had to cut my tree.
Right,
But between the bed and the cab, it wasn't in the bed.
right, and then it had a busted windshield, and then a big drag mark where they had taken the little 4-cylinder motor out ungraciously and drug the motor across the roof and dropped it in the bed, and that's how I found it and bought it for $200. So, and then it turned out being literally like a little show truck, race truck. It won a car show trophy on Sunday after it drag raced Saturday, and all we did is wipe some of the rubber off of the fender wells. But yeah, it was an amazing little truck, and it was way faster than it should have been. But yeah, that one got away. That one got away because there was so much. There was 14 hours in just laying the paint job out, just laying it out, not painting it, and yeah. it was a good one. Ta-da.
Da-da-da.
So, what is one thing about the car hobby that made you said it was my fault, but what's one thing that made you want to get back into cars like you were previously?
Is that to Mom or me?
Both of you.
Both.
I got an answer.
Go ahead.
Usually I don't, but I got one today. Actually, what it was is, see, like we're like empty nesters now. You know what I'm saying? And you have to reconnect. We've been married for like 138 years or something like that, and
Dog years.
in dog years. But we've been together. We've been married more than half of our lives, and you just have to. It's a job. It's not a job. It's a process. You know what I mean? And then you got to go, well, we have to find common ground. What do we both enjoy doing? And that's kind of what led us back to looking for a car. And we drove my son nuts because we'd look at one and pictures are amazing. These should be like take a picture for Playboy or something. But you get there and the car is like an absolute turd. But this one, the one that we found, the last one, actually looks better in person than it does in the pictures. So
Yeah, the pictures weren't real.
yeah. But I mean, it's had a few little issues or whatever that we're straightening out, and that's what's fun, and it's getting me off the couch because I retired a couple of years ago, and it's not good not to have something to be, doing, So for me, that's what it was, just trying to reconnect with my mom, with my babe, and
Now we're just waiting for her to retire, and then y'all go on cruises all the time.
all of
We'll
the
be
time.
like, "What the hell? You're leaving us behind now?"
Well, see, we can't go on an actual cruise because that involves boats and water and shit. But like, she would go as long as she could still see land, because somehow in her mind she could swim to it if something fucked up. You know what I'm saying? It's just how it is.
I'll do a river cruise.
I
But
think she
don't-
was referencing cruising cars.
Yeah.
But so Mom, what draws you to this crazy obsession?
the same thing like Daddy said. You know what I'm saying? We got out of it, and we were involved in what you were doing as growing up: sports, karate, anything you were involved in. That's what we were involved in. And then you left the house, and so it was, and we did ride motorcycles, but I'm just not comfortable on the motorcycle anymore. And I would never ask him to give his motorcycle up. That's a decision he has to make. But this is something we can do together. We can cruise to the ice cream store, or,
Or you and I just go and cruise to the
Yes.
ice cream store like we did around the neighborhood the
Yeah.
other weekend.
That was actually pretty cool seeing you guys take off in that thing, and I'm like,
Well,
oh,
she
yeah.
drove it more than I did.
I know, I heard that. I was like, you want some cheese with that one? Just take it and go. I don't care.
It's okay. It was good to see y'all happy with it.
Hell yeah.
I mean, and I mean, I don't know, not to get all sappy and shit, but
Oh.
one thing I will say, when you pulled in the driveway, because at first Matt was driving it home, and then y'all switched,
Mm-hmm.
and you pulling in, I could feel your excitement from you pulling in the driveway
Yeah.
and you getting out, and then Mom's face lit up. I'm like, y'all are genuinely happy, and it
Yeah.
makes my heart happy to see y'all like that. And I'm so excited for us to all go out on our first cruise in the 54, probably.
Well, it's next weekend, so yeah.
Yeah, in our 54.
We're going to Citra, right, or no?
Yeah, we're going to a little gathering of car people.
Yeah,
Is that the one you're talking about, Citra?
yeah. We got on the list.
We got to try to do something about a seat before that time, because form and function, that's the thing. I mean, it's got like the coolest seats in it, and like a way too tall shift rod or whatever, shift stick, gear stick,
Lever.
but whatever. Anyways, you can hang your hat on it, but it's the seats are so cool and they suck so bad, but
They're a little low.
well,
bit.
like for a 10-minute, 15-minute ride, you could just embrace the suck and just do it. But man, when you're going to drive over an hour or so, it's like, oh, we got to do something better than that. And we will. Because I was like eyeing up your neighbor had an S10 out there. I was going to measure the seat.
Well, if you want to get rid of the seats that are currently in it,
Oh, I know where they're going.
I know a buyer.
I know where they're going.
Yes.
Your favorite daughter-in-law.
Yes. I know. They are badass seats. They are. It's so cool. But like I said, I cannot, I don't know. I'm 5'10", and the guy's like, oh, I'm 6 foot. I can drive it. I'm like, how, dude? You're like probably like orally pleasing yourself at this point because your knees are so high in the air. You know what I mean?
You must use like one hand on the shifter and then the other hand for the pedals or something.
I was thinking about putting a motorcycle throttle on it so I didn't have to worry about a gas pedal, just
there
like
you go.
boom, boom down the road.
Bang it to fit, paint it to match.
I can do. That's what we do.
Exactly. And we know of some swap meets in the area that are coming around the corner.
That may or may not have motorcycle parts.
Yeah. Go see some old buddies from old times.
That's right.
Yeah.
The crazy Russian. Pete.
Yeah, go see old friends.
Yeah.
Twisted Tea guy.
Yeah.
I would love to steal his canopy one day.
Yeah.
Oh my
Just
god.
the canopy.
Yeah.
We should have tried to work that into the
I want
deal.
to see that
Yeah.
cat's garage.
I don't.
It's
I
gotta
do.
be mega.
Do you see his trailer?
Yeah,
The
but
amount of
Yeah,
crap
but
he
the
packs
garage
in
is
there?
probably immaculate.
well, he's got like 20
the amount of
plus.
stuff.
He's
No,
got
but I'm
20
saying
plus motorcycles, I think.
He probably shovels in the trailer, but his garage is probably like
Immaculate. I have a
prim
feeling.
and proper. Like everything
Probably.
has its place.
Yep.
Just like people with filthy cars usually keep a
Yeah.
better house.
And we got to go see the light guy. And we got to go see that one guy by the tree that you always want to talk
Yeah,
to.
that guy's pretty rad, man. He's kind of like my hero a little bit. And I told him too. The guy lost his leg riding a motorcycle, and so he literally, like most of them would be like, "I'll go buy a trike or something." And he's like, "Nah, I'll put hand controls where the foot controls were to operate this motorcycle," and he holds it up with a prosthetic leg, and I'm just like, "You're my hero, man."
But-
So, what is one thing in the car culture that you wish was different? I know y'all have been in it for longer than we have. So, from back when you were trading 15, 20 years ago to now, what do you wish one thing in the car hobby that would go back to the way it was? Mom, dad, either one?
Well, it's gonna adapt to the generation too. You know what I'm saying? But like, if a young guy comes up, like I mentored a lot of mechanics, and like I did a lot of diesel. That's what I did for a living, and I mentored a lot of young mechanics. And there's mechanics that you could teach, and there's mechanics that you couldn't teach, and it's just a shame. I mean, I'm turning 67 tomorrow. I, at 67 years old, am not done learning. Okay. And you can never be done learning. If you are, you might as well just pull the dirt over you, because there's something to be learned from everyone. I mean, a little kid can say, hey, the reason those trailer lights aren't working is you forgot to plug them in. It's not great knowledge, but it's something he's seen and you learned from. You see what I'm saying? So, if you're done learning, you're just done, and I learned from older mechanics, and I always, around the old heads, especially, keep your eyes open and your ears open, and keep an open mind. And you have, a plethora of knowledge it's there, and it's yours to have for free. So why not grab it,
Hell yeah. Question.
Go for it.
Now you got this new souped up ride.
It's not really souped up. It's 0 to 100 in 3
2.
business days. No, wait, I wasn't done. It's 0 to 100 in 3 business days.
Well, it's Thursday, so I guess you're moving on Tuesday.
I mean, it does all right. It's kind of like a V8.
It'll
on the
get you there.
Yeah, well, yeah.
Even if we got to throw you in the back with the Christmas tree.
I did stick it once, and it just kind of just fries the tires. So there's no sense of that. I wasn't mad at it. It just I was
can-
trying
you
to
can
get out
buy
of
new
somebody's way, and those Coker tires ain't cheap.
Is that where you lost the hubcap?
No,
that was on the way home.
That was
in the back.
yeah. I guess the less weight or something made it just more aerodynamic. I don't even know. I don't know.
Well, anyway, so obviously, you know, me and Matt try to go to every car show, every swap meet,
This I know to be true.
everything. If you were able to go to any show or swap or anything, which one would you go to?
SEMA, 100%.
Do you have a preference, Mom? I think you would like Daytona.
We've been there. We've been there. We used to go
I
to
don't think Mom's
Daytona.
ever been to Rod Run?
Yeah.
Sure, she has. Yeah. And we used to go to Super Chevy too.
Yeah, we went with Lee and Karen one year.
The turkey.
Yep. Yep.
And you would have been with us, but you would have been.
Oh, that was the year that I was too short to drive the dragsters.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Super Chevy. Super Chevy was a good show. They had a big swap, and then they had all the drag racing going on at the same time. We got kicked out of that track for going too fast. Remember Gary Givens? They're like, oh, how fast does it go? Gary's like, I don't know. I never raced a quarter mile before. Which isn't a lie. I mean, it was an 8 small car, but man, that thing was brutally fast. That's still local, that car.
Well, I've always wanted to go to like Mecum or Barrett Jackson, you know, one of those big auctions. So we did. That was last winter, wasn't it?
Yeah, we went to Carlisle.
We went to Carlisle that they have down here in Florida, and so that was kind of like I got something off my bucket list.
It was a good time.
It was a good time, you know, because we got to see a lot of old cars and a lot of cool stuff.
Do you like the auction aspect of it? Is that why you brought that up? Or is it just the fact of you got to see all different kinds of cars and old ones, new ones?
Really, both of them, because like you know, I've only seen it on TV. You know what I mean? So that's why I thought it would be so cool to go and really see it happening, and it was cool watching it. You know,
Yeah.
Is there any shows this year that y'all are looking forward to going to?
Well, it depends on when your trailer's available. No, I'm kidding. We're driving. I mean, this is, we're not going to try to trailer this thing around. We're going to drive it. As soon as I get it to where I'm completely confident in it, we're driving it. You know, it's going to be just something to do. And they go, well, where'd you guys come from? Oh, we're like 100 miles up the road. They're like, what? And that's what it's all about. Drive your shit, you know?
That's what it be. I think Matt said that a few times.
I'm trailering to Texas, sorry.
Oh,
Pussy.
yeah. Art. We would need the trailer just for tools if we were to drive.
If the 32's done, I may try to drive it. But if it's still the 54, it will be on a trailer.
But if we took the 32, would I be driving the Dodge with the trailer behind you?
No.
No? Full faith? Yeah. Okay.
14 hours. Let's go.
Okay. Let's get a toolbox that fits in the back.
Well, that's like 4 3-hour trips or something. You know what I'm saying?
That truck will be capable of getting up and running.
We'll bring a day or two worth of clothes and wash them out of trucks out. We won't have room for more than that.
Brian, I'm going to need a place to stay.
And to deliver packages.
We'll just ship our suitcases.
Yeah. We'll just mail our stuff out there.
So, Turkey Rod Run for the fall, or
Maybe.
I wouldn't mind going there again. You know what I'm
It's
saying?
pretty cool. It's huge, you know.
And
It's huge.
we got a scooter.
A skater.
That saved us.
yes, that
That genuinely. So we could see
Well,
so
when
much.
When I get old like you, I'm gonna get a scooter, man.
Well, you know.
Well, you know,
We got it at the swap meet.
I ain't buying no goddamn scooter. You just about figure that.
okay. Remember, mark
not.
this: 29 minutes into the episode, he says he doesn't want to ride on my scooter when he goes to Daytona.
Okay.
I'm not doing it. I'm not doing it. No.
There are kids riding scooters.
Well, you know,
We ride the
He
scooter.
said he said no. So
No.
Okay, Ma, you want to hop on the back? We'll go.
Y'all have at it. I'll be over here leaning on a tree somewhere.
16 miles in one day.
Yeah.
The first time we went.
Nah, I ain't doing all that. I'll walk most of it or whatever. But
That's what I'm saying. The scooter came in handy.
when I'm done, I'm done, you know?
Yeah, so never try to do it in one day.
Yeah, no. I mean, even 2 days, the 2 days that we went, we still didn't see everything.
Yeah.
Only like half the swap meet, but we did see most of the car show.
Yeah. Turkey
And the
nights was
crowd.
fun.
Yeah.
The
We had a vehicle brought right out from under us falling into Turkey that one time. A friend of ours had built an amazing fat fender Ford, like a 56 or something like that. And the guy was like jogging beside the truck as he's pulling in, and he's like, "How much?" And it's like, "Dude, that's not for sale." He goes, "I just finished it and stuff." And he's like, "No, seriously, how much?" And he said, he gave him some ridiculous figure or whatever. And the guy's like, "Okay, fine, pull over. I got a check for you right here." What?
They come prepared.
This truck was like, it's been a minute since you've seen anything this nice. It was that nice.
Car corral at Turkey brings big money.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Car corral at Turkey is big money.
Yeah.
So, other than SEMA and local shows, is there any out of state shows that y'all would like to eventually make?
Gallenberg's got a great couple shows down there. I guess they're underwater right now, but you'd need your jet ski. But that was when I lived in that area. It was a really beautiful car show that come through there. And then there's like Hershey, and there's all kind of different car shows in
Pennsylvania.
Yeah, Pennsylvania.
We have a place to stay if we ever want to
It's
go to that
huge, though, Ashley. This thing is huge. You think Turkey's big?
Oh, I'm not talking about the show. I'm just talking about state.
Man, you ain't going to live there.
I
one.
did.
She did.
Well,
18 years. I'm glad I'm about.
you kind of don't pick where you're born, you know.
No, but I begged my mom for years before we moved down here. Can we go to Florida already? And she kept saying, "No, you got to finish high school first."
Well, mother's always
Ridiculous.
right.
No, she wasn't.
Rule number one is rule number one is mother's always right, and rule number two is if she thinks she's wrong, follow rule number one.
Well, that's what you tell her.
I just did. She's sitting within arm's reach, so I got to be kind of careful.
Well,
So, is there anything that we're the younger generation that's trying to keep this alive. So, is there anything that you would tell the generation like us to get them interested, or a tip, or a lesson of sorts to live by to try to get the younger generation more involved in this?
Well, it's really, I think, best if you get like I'm not talking clubs or this or that or the other thing. You get a group of people, girls, guys, doesn't matter, just to get together with. And there's always going to be one guy that he's a welder or something. His dad taught him how to weld, and he welds great. He can weld like two cats' asses together or something. And then there's a guy that is extremely good at wiring. Then they got, maybe this guy is really the best there is around in that area for motor work. And you get all that combined effort going into like a group,
Right.
like scene or whatever. And man, before you know it, you guys are busting cars out because everybody is involved, and it works.
We need to go to barbecue and ice cream.
Oh, I know. But why?
To cruise in. They have a show.
Don't even tell me that. That's a pretty good sized parking lot.
Yeah.
Isn't Inverness tomorrow?
I know it's on Friday nights. I can't remember which Friday night it is.
Okay.
I'll know on my way home tomorrow.
Okay, see, like my lights are kind of minimal on my 34.
Oh yeah, lights.
Okay, but
It's okay. Our lights are minimal too.
But what had happened was, okay, first of all, I don't understand, because I've been seeing this on the interweb or whatever, like, oh, we're going to do a car show tonight. Well, who actually shows a car at night? Or who, like, that doesn't make any sense to me. You know what I'm saying?
Well,
The
it's
ones
not
that
really.
aren't pretty.
It's not really a car show. It's more just a cruise in.
Yeah.
Okay. So
Bring back the old times.
So I'll just show up my daily and go, yeah, it's out back, man. I just like didn't want to park that close to this, or something. Like, what's the difference? I mean, if it's in the dark, it's in the dark, right?
Well, yeah, but that's when y'all used to go to Sonic or the cruise ins. And
Well, see, that was kind of like growing up in high school and stuff. And we thought we had fast cars. They were like 10, like a fast car back then was a 12-second quarter-mile car, But we drove these things on the street. And that was our Friday night. I mean, up and down Main Street, cruise. Of course, gas was like about a fourth of what it is now, but that was our enjoyment. And then you cruise up and down, and we all parked along the street, and you'd see like tilt front ends and hoods up, and people, talking about their cars. So
I mean, that's what Inverness seems to be at. We haven't made it out there yet.
Yeah.
Well,
Because
from
we can never remember which Friday it is.
I need to just see which one, because you can tell which Friday night it is, because on my way home driving through Inverness,
you see them all.
I see them all coming in,
Sweet.
and they are clean. I mean, not so ratty.
We'll fuck that up.
Yeah, we will. I mean, it's clean. Like your truck would fit in perfectly
It's a great 20-footer.
in Inverness, like in downtown Inverness.
By the Cove
By-
and Stump Knockers and
Down in the square, like.
yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
Okay.
So I mean, I don't know, and I think they block off that road.
They do just for people
Yeah,
coming in.
just for them coming in. But I mean, I've seen some pretty cool looking cars
Alright.
driving in there. But then the barbecue and ice cream, they do have a crew.
And then we're gonna
driving.
try to put something together. We got to get more of a group, but
Yeah.
trying to gauge interest on a place that would allow us to stop, because they're cracking down in Bushnell about people stopping and hanging out in parking lots of closed
Oh, really?
businesses.
Rude.
So,
Oh, stop that crime wave.
I'd rather hang out in the parking lot than shoot up on the corner.
I know, right?
Jeez.
That's across the tracks going that way.
so
Oh goodness. So with your 34,
Yeah.
obviously it's beautiful.
Thank you.
You're welcome. We put some badass stickers on there. They still holding up good?
Man,
Yeah.
that's like
Mom's got a big old grin on.
That was a good design we picked out for that, and the people that did it, they kind of dropped the ball on it a little bit, but
The sticker, not the application.
instead of like tripping or whatever, we followed up and we finished it up, and whatever, there's no good reviews for those folks, so we're not even gonna mention their name, but they the decals are awesome.
Yeah.
And it breaks up the blue. It's got a lot of blue, shiny blue. Mm-hmm. But it's a Ford truck, small block Chevrolet, complete Chevrolet drivetrain. So, I mean, it's going to be fun. It is fun. It just, the seats right now, like I said, they're cool as crap. But, and that's with two T's. It just, they got to go
Yeah.
to your house and away from mine.
I mean, that's okay. But other than seats, is there anything else that I know we're working a little bit on the steering to get that perfect.
Yeah, it's getting
for you.
better. It's getting
Good.
better.
Is there anything else that you would want to change or add, take off, redo, anything? I mean, I know that truck bed does look gorgeous, though.
Yeah, it does, doesn't it?
Yeah, and now that you can access the battery because
It's got a couple of cool little like compartments or whatever, on it and stuff. And but yeah, I mean, other than that, I mean the truck is it's cool, and it needed stuff. Of course, they all need something, because if it needed nothing, they wouldn't sell it. But we've kind of gone through, like, I've made myself a couple of pretty large checklists and just kind of knocked it down to, I'm down to a few little things that, because it runs out great. I mean, shift's good, everything's good there. So I'm just looking forward to enjoying it with my baby.
So we have the cruise next weekend. Or no. Yeah, next weekend. Oh, jeez. I keep calling it a cruise, and it's not. It's a show.
It's a gathering.
Gathering. But have y'all taken it out together, the two of you?
No,
What the hell?
we have not. Now
well,
that you mention that, no. I've been with Matt. Took me for a ride in it.
Yeah, you and
You
I.
and I took it.
Holy shnikes!
Dad has taken it by himself. Dad
Well,
and Matt has went.
it's like in the 30s, or it's freaking pouring rain,
Right,
or
yeah.
trees are blowing over, or
What do you mean? The one wiper doesn't do a good job?
we're not sure. We're not sure, but I'm just about thinking it probably is just there for looks, and it does operate. It moves and shit. So, and it's got that cool push-out windshield, which is like the actual their version of air conditioning in 34. So.
Who needs wipers?
And who needs AC right now? It's too cold anyway.
It's going to be needed eventually.
Maybe tomorrow or Sunday. We'll take it for a little ride.
Oh,
Yeah.
Saturday or
Wow.
Sunday. Saturday or
Yeah, that's what I said.
nice.
Tomorrow.
Oh,
We still have
tomorrow's
another
We
day
still
of
have
work.
to go to work
Yes,
tomorrow.
we
Well,
do.
Don't
three-
wish your
three-
freaking life away, lady.
3 out of the 4 of us do.
Friday. Yes.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And it's a long day for me.
I think I'm sick. Now the new year, I got sick time again.
There you go. There you go. Roll over.
I'm kidding.
So these guys that you're like been hanging out with and stuff on this other podcast, they are like hilarious, by the way. And I would like to thank them for getting up behind y'all, you know, because it looks like it's working,
Yes.
and
Tremendously.
in a huge way. And so big thanks to y'all.
Yeah. Because they're going to get us in touch. Well, you, because you do the socializing. I don't. I'm Miss Antisocial. But
She's
they're
a
going to get us
social
in,
butterfly.
get us in contact with some people that are definitely.
Shout out to the hometown hot rodder.
Hometown hot rodders.
You just
See, I
almost-
can say their name and our name when I'm not trying to stare at their logo and say our name.
That is true.
Yeah.
Yeah. You can't read something and say something else. And
But
say
they're
that.
freaking hilarious. Like I've listened to a few of those deals, and it's just like, it's just there's no general direction. It's just like whap whap whap. You just got
They get derailed.
it's badass though.
Adderall
I
wears
like it.
off.
I like it. I like it. But it's not what you guys are doing. But
No, and it's and it's a
something
different lane.
different, but it still works, and there's an audience for it, obviously.
Yeah.
So
Mom had her hand raised.
And that's like last
Oh,
night
I know what I was
when you
doing.
were on with them and they said to you, keep
Yes.
keep yours the way you started it because that they think that's awesome. And
Yeah.
that's
Well,
what
I mean, they tried.
that's what they wanted theirs to be, but they're just too hilarious to stay in a lane.
And I mean,
Did she just call us not funny?
I
you
think she
guys are
did.
funny, but
No.
Rude.
I know I'm not funny.
no, you
No,
are.
you're hilarious.
I'm
Actually,
fucking hilarious.
Well,
But
of
you're
course you are,
trying.
baby.
Your thing, you all's goal was to like just get the younger generation
Yeah.
back involved in it.
that's simple. That's simple and easy, and you guys are already on your way to doing it. You know, just by doing this, and it's there's gonna be the old guys that one like share a ounce of information, and well, they can just die on that shit because it's stupid. The guys that are willing to take younger guys under the, but see, back in the day, because we had it back in the day, we couldn't giggle nothing or YouTube nothing or this or that or the other. If you had skills, you got them by doing it or by your dad teaching you or something like that. Now, everybody could be a mechanic if you have YouTube or you can giggle it. You know what I'm saying? But it's a different era.
Yeah.
But still, there's nothing beats like a guy standing beside a guy going, yeah. If you do that, that'd be a lot easier. You know what I'm saying? Just because he's done it before, he's made mistakes before. He made the mistakes for you.
Yeah.
You see? So
I mean, there have been things that we've had to YouTube or Google or whatever, and it's
or
like,
dad.
yeah. But on the YouTube, like we've watched videos and you can't see what they're doing.
Yeah.
Right.
You
They
know,
tell I'm gonna do this, but you can't really see what they're doing,
Yeah.
and it's not their fault. Like if you're doing something inside a wheel well,
yeah.
Yeah.
it's hard to get a
Yeah.
camera.
If you're
Because
shoulder
if you-
deep in an engine bay,
If you can see it on camera, well, then they're looking at it through the camera. And, you know, sometimes you got to get up close and personal,
Yep.
and you can't show that.
or you need 4 hands in order to do it, and well, guess what? You only have 2, and even if you have a helper, they only have 2.
Right.
So then you can't really even record it. So that's when you need that person right there beside you, helping you figure it out.
Most definitely.
But-
Most definitely.
You know, just
So, does anybody else have anything else they'd like to, any wisdom or anything they want to share?
Well, we probably showed on that wisdom tonight. But if I have anything to say, I mean, I'm usually not at a loss for words, but just keep doing what you're doing.
thank you.
It's working.
Oh, thank you. We
It's
appreciate
working.
it. Because I feel like y'all were our first fans anyway. So
Well, we're going to be your biggest fan
I was gonna say,
regardless.
we'll always be your number 1 fan.
Yeah.
All right, so with that, we're going to end it off. But before we go, Throttle Addict, there's a code in the link tree. Go to their, if you click on the link, go through our link, 15% off using code HOTROD. Y'all take it easy.
see y'all.
Peace.
See ya.